Hi, Frank.
What's really awkward is being in elementary school, being the fat kid, having to do jumping jacks. But what's even more awkward than that is having to sing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song to about 40 people. But what's even more awkward than that is your boss telling you, Frank, if you like guys, that's okay too. Thank you. I remember in second grade when I stopped believing in Santa Claus, my friend got really mad at me and he told me that Santa was my dad pretending to be Santa. And I didn't believe him until my dad told me, Santa can't afford to buy you a Nintendo 64 this year. I was really disappointed. Also, I realized that the Tooth Fairy was my aunt. But I went to Catholic school in the 4th grade. I didn't like it very much because, well, like all these kids had gone to school together since kindergarten, and I just joined in 4th grade. So every day I went to class, it was kind of like I was crashing their party. Like, they would laugh at something, and then I would laugh at it, and then they would stop laughing and walk away from me. Or I would tell a joke, and they would just stare at me. And then my teacher, she didn't like me very much either, because, like, this one time I accidentally farted in class, and she gave me detention for it. And on the slip it says, disrupted class. Like, that's all it says. But what I remember the most is that year my dog had died. So I wrote a poem about, it's so funny, my dog died. He was my favorite dog. I used to try to ride him like he was a horse, and all I would do was like sit down and let me slide off his back. But I wrote a poem for class because I had to write a poem, and in the last line of the poem I wrote, my dog died of old age and loneliness. And I thought I did a good job on this poem, and I got my poem back with a D+ on it, and it said, right, like in big, bold red lettering, dogs can't die from loneliness.
What?
So, yeah, that was pretty cool. I have a really hard time taking things seriously. Like whenever somebody asks me the question, like tries to think the question, who am I can't think of anything past, I am Batman. And then this other day in high school, we had like what I want to be when I grow up day, and people came dressed up as like doctors, firefighters, policemen. I came dressed up as a hobo. And I seriously looked like a hobo. They thought I was a hobo walking around through campus. I had like campus police talk to me and show them my high school ID. Yeah, and then, then my parents always ask me too, what do you want to do in 5 years? I'm like, work a minimum wage job and just buy a lot of lottery tickets and hope I win it. That's the plan, guys. But I actually came up with a great idea. Like, I figured out a way to steal all the animatronic robots from Disneyland. And how this is going to work, first I'm going to need a Mickey Mouse suit, and then a hot air balloon. Because who's going to question Mickey Mouse trying to land a hot air balloon at Disneyland? Hey, is that Mickey Mouse over there running off with all the little Asian kids from That's the Small World ride? Yep, just another day in Disneyland. But yeah, remember the first time I had a sleepover? Like, my friends tried to do a prank on me. They shoved an alarm clock in my pillow. And of course they did such a good job that I didn't notice it, so I tried to start a pillow fight. And I broke my friend's nose. But it's okay, it was the same kid that told me Santa wasn't real. So yeah, that happened. It was really sad. But yeah, gosh, I'm always really bad with women. Like, I always screw everything up with a girl that I like. Like, this one girl in high school, She was so beautiful, and I sat right next to her in English class my junior year. And one day she hands me a slip of paper with a guy's phone number on it and says, "Hey Frank, I think you'd like Matthew a lot. You should hang out with him sometime." Oh. And I'm like, cool? I had no clue what she was talking about. Then I realized that she was trying to set me up on a date. And then I realized after that I was her gay friend. But yeah, and then last semester I was trying to learn German, and then I was also seeing this one girl up until this story. And I sent her a text message like, "What time do you want to hang out tonight?" And then I added in German, "I will slay your kittens with a samurai sword." And she never texted me back. And then this other time, I got out from In-N-Out Burger and I had a double-double with onions. And there was a girl that I liked at the time that was sitting right next to me. She was sitting right next to me in the car, and I was just talking to her, and then I just accidentally flat out burped in her face. And just uncontrollably in her face. And I didn't know what to say. Like, it didn't occur to me to apologize to her or say sorry while she was yelling at me. So all I told her was, "At least I didn't fart on you." Thank you all. You have a great night.